There has been a change in the attitude and expectancy of people across the United Kingdom. People on benefits feeling like they are owed more than what they are getting, alongside people in low-wage jobs feeling like they are paid what they're worth and feeling like they have to give more to their employer to keep their jobs. That does not pay them a living wage. But where did this strange imbalance of self-worth come from? Why does someone who is only paid £7.12 an hour feel like they're not working hard enough to warrant their position, then someone with 3 children living on benefits feeling like the £372 a week is less than they need to live on? The problems all started in your local job centre. Staff at the job centre are under pressure to sanction as many people as possible. This would leave most normal office workers in a moral maze of sensibilities. Do you sanction elderly people, alcoholics and drug users, single mothers? Most people put in this position are more likely to take the measures of stopping clients' money if the people themselves looks like they could survive being knocked back with a sanction and cut in their benefits. If someone looks fit and able and job-ready, job centre advisors would most likely feel less guilty for sanctioning them than anyone vulnerable who, without benefits, could not or will not help themselves. Ever wondered why you are getting asked more questions about your job search activities, while the drunk on the other desk just signs and leaves? Any people who manage to find themselves a job after only a few months of pressure from the job centre will know what is in store for them if they end up back on job seekers. The work-shy and long-term unemployed that get left unscrutinized can carry on claiming as much as they are entitled, hassle and sanction-free. Once these people have housing and income support in place and their rent is paid and their food bought, they can set about building up this misplaced feeling of entitlement, while the people who have ended up working anywhere to avoid the strife of dole get stuck in part-time jobs, only getting £20 more than dole until the hours are cut down to less than 12 a week, compared with people with a full slice of benefits will end up being much better off not working. So while people are flipping burgers or stacking boxes, all the job seekers are off abroad on holiday. Only for a week mind they have to be back in time to sign on. The rise of the 0-hour contract has led business down a greedy path. A typical supermarket manager who is struggling to meet daily targets under pressure from area management will often opt for sending people home and squeezing money back by bad staff management, while higher management comes out of the whole thing unaffected. The human element of business is being ignored. Someone with 16 hours or more, I imagine, would be willing to work much harder and have more to offer than someone who is completely dehumanized and wondering how they will make ends meet. A small percent of people trying to live within their means without the help of working tax credits, child tax credits, housing benefits, or any other social funds, all being led to believe they should be grateful for the job they have, and it wouldn't be too much trouble to replace them. In a cruel twist of irony, mostly all the proletariat job roles, the percentage of job-ready people will end up working in places where they have to serve the people who take from the state and never give anything back, most of which are falsely claiming more benefits than they are entitled, flaunting the fact that they are much better off doing nothing, and in the same breath complaining that they don't get enough to live on. David Cameron's Britain may have always seemed to have a clear position on the welfare state, appearing to take a hard line on the welfare system and the unemployed and unwilling to work, implementing the bedroom tax and more strict rules for claimants. But in doing they have shifted attention away from the people they are really letting down, people who are targeted with the flexible labor market branding. low-skilled people who are being bullied out of their benefits and into untenable jobs. That's how the Conservatives are trying to convince you that more people are in work. Because anyone who appears job-ready will be given more of a hard time in job centers, making it nearly impossible to actively seek genuine full-time employment. Instead of holding on trying to not get your benefits stopped every week, people might as well settle for the 8 hours a week they can muster. That's a lot better compared with the 3 to 4 weeks sanction that they could possibly end up with them having to reclaim and never getting that money they miss out on back, while the people who exploit the system are still there getting a payment every 2 weeks. The solution to the situation must come with a fundamental change to the way the government deals with business. While the working classes are suffering in austerity, big corporations doing business in Britain and paying no tax, it's time for a change, and restrictions on 0-hour contracts should be implemented. The amount of hours a company can offer their staff should be kept in line with inflation. For people willing to work should never be in hardship, while the work-shy are left to thrive on the backwards way the current system works.